brings the truth so bright. Health and nature in every sound. Feel the rhythm, let's get unbound. From a higher we get our power. Every herb, every healing flower. Sister MJ shows the way. Naturally living every day. Naturally you, naturally free, naturally living as God meant to be. Breathe the air that's fresh and pure. Nature's bounty is the cure. Sister MJ shows what's real in every word and every meal. From the mountains to the sea, every breath is harmony. Feel the beat and feel alive. With Sister MJ we thrive. Grains and fruits in every bite. Feel the energy, feel the light. Harmony in every part. Naturally you, with all your heart. Fresh and pure, nature's bounty is the cure.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Woo, woo, woo. Shalom, shalom. Good evening, good night. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Naturally You. I'm your host, Sister MJ. And I am so thankful to be here another week to do what we do. On this show, we dwell with the Most High, right? We dwell with the Most High. And we have a great show for you tonight. So again, I want to thank everyone for being here. Shalom, Sister Monique. Shalom, my dear. And shalom, Sister Nakisha, and Sister Shamaria, Sister, Vision Dance Ministry Studios. I'm not sure who that is, but shalom anyway. Katie Naturals, KK, shalom. You know, is it just me, or did the week just fly by? Literally, it just flew by. So it's been a great week. It's been chaotic, stressful, ups and downs, but I'm so grateful because the Most High has been working with me. And, you know, I'm so transparent with you guys, but don't hold it against me because I am who I am. He has been showing me that, hey, MJ, it's not about this world. It's about me. I am the Almighty God, the power. And he's shown me that all power belongs to him. And I don't know if this may resonate with someone else, but he's shown me that when we work, we need to be for him, his kingdom. We go to a job working for somebody else. So he has totally shown me that, hey, get it together. Make sure you walk in that line. It's a very thin line, so you have to be on point at all times. And I'm so grateful because, sometimes we see things and then we forget. But as parents, we bring them back online. That's what he's been doing. He's been fine-tuning me, refining. And I'm so grateful for that, because it wasn't fun. It was very painful, and I hope you all didn't see it. But I'm just grateful that he still chose me. He found something in me that made me worthy for him to say, you know what, I'm going to kick your butt until you get it right. I'm grateful for that, because every morning he renews me. And that the other guy, that devil, LSD, Lucifer, Satan, the devil, he doesn't do all that. He just chaos. That's all he does. So I'm grateful the Most High has found me worthy to say, hey, I need to bring you online. And I'm so grateful for my sisters who are there for me. We are brother's keepers. We really are. And sometimes it's hard for us to, get personal and whatnot, but I'm just grateful that I have that resource. So anyway, tonight we have great show, and I think everyone is great because the Most High gives it to us, and he gives us this time. But before we get into the show, I want to first of all thank all of you who are on the fruit cleanse right now. I know by now all of you are glowing, right? You all are glowing. And you got past the 3 days of, detox Malay, where you're feeling kind of slumpy and you had a headache. You just didn't feel good. So I'm hoping we've gotten past that. And just you feeling the benefit. I love benefits. Everything needs to have a benefit, right? And the benefit of this, we took our body and we took it through a gentle cycle in our washing machine, right? We've cleansed it. We put aside all that heavy meat and the pasta, the rice. Some of us, there's some of us that cheat. But when we cheat, we only cheating on ourselves, and we are worth it. So please don't cheat, because you're worth it. The Most High chose you. And then we also got rid of some stagnation, some lumps and bumps, some weight has come off, and mucus is flowing. We've remembered to do our lymphatic massage. We open it at the termini here every day. You start here, and then all the other exercises you do, you make sure when you finish, you close it out here as well, and you'll have mucus coming up, right? And also, don't forget that you can, we're doing the teas, because we kind of altered it this time, because I felt that because we're 2 weeks in, we have moved some stuff, some sluggish stuff, some stagnation, like I said. And if we can go in there and do the lymphatic now, that would be huge. And I know Sister Kim has been rebounding. Oh yeah, you smelling the food? Ignore the, no. You know what? I take food with me when I go into the store. I take my fruit with me in case, because you're right, Sister Kim. It's tough when you smell that food, but I keep saying, I already know what it smells like. I know what it tastes like. So I leave it alone. But it's not always that easy. I get that. So do the best that you can. And I know you, Sister Kim, I know you got right back on that horse, right? It's all good. But the fact that we are trying is huge. And I'm hoping and praying that I'm praying for you all. I hope it's giving you all strength to get through this. And she made it out. Woo! That's awesome. All right, so another thing I want to talk about is now that we're 2 weeks in, this third and fourth week, we are allowed ice cream, but it's only the one we make. We make, all right? The recipe I have, yes, all right. Yeah, I smelled some good chicken the other day, and I was like, ooh, that chicken smells good with some wings. And I don't usually do wings unless I know exactly where it came from. But it sure smelled good. I said, I might have to come back here and have some wings in June. And there's a little restaurant here. It has Wagyu burgers. And, you know, Wagyu is some good meat. They have a burger and fries, $15, only the month of May. I said, well, maybe on the 31st, right before they close, I can order one, take it home, order it bunless, take it home, and have it on June the 1st. What do you think? That might work, right? All right, so let's talk about the ice cream. All right, and for those of you who are new to this, we have frozen bananas, banana ice cream. I call it nice cream because we're rewarding ourselves, right? You have 2 frozen bananas, and don't freeze them the day before. Put them in for a while so they're nice and hard frozen, right? We have 2 frozen bananas and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Hopefully you use real vanilla. You know that vanilla extract, we don't know what we're getting, but if you don't have, that's fine. If you want to add cinnamon, you can. If you want to add cardamom, you can. It's up to you. And then 3 to 4 pitted dates and soak them. Because your banana, we don't know how sweet that is. I don't know when you put it in the freezer, how ripe it was. So that gives you a little leeway there. And if you want it to be chocolate, you can add a little cacao. But remember, cacao is chocolate before it's processed. So therefore, it's a little bit bitter. It's not that sweet. So you may have to increase your pitted dates, but make sure they're soaked. Otherwise, you might have chunks in there. That's not as good, right? Frozen mango. I love to add frozen mango with it. If you have some, like I said, freeze it days in advance because we want it to be like a soft serve ice cream when you finish. And you can add in strawberries if you like. Remember, you can do it more than once a week, just not every day. We don't want to lose the goal here, right? And then all you're going to do is place all of that into the blender. When I say soak it in the water, you're going to take it out of the water and don't pour that water in there. You're going to take the dates out and then put those dates in the blender and just blend, and then get a nice bowl or I think we did glasses. And we garnished it with some mint leaves, some strawberries, raspberries, whatever you want to do. And take a picture and post it for us, right? But enjoy, because you all have done great. 14 days if you started, well, almost 14 days because we started on a Sunday and today's Thursday, right? But reward yourself. And then also, this is something to keep in mind. You can always use this in the future instead of going to the store and buying ice cream, which, you know, most of them have natural flavors in it. Side note, and I forgot to bring this up. There's ice cream called JENI', Jenny's, and they have spirulina in it. They have all natural, real natural, and there's no natural flavors, the ingredients. It's amazing. I can read some of you because I was like, what? And the crazy thing is there's a farm here I volunteer at in Tennessee, and they have had this ice cream, I know, probably at least 5 years, but I never looked at it. I guess it wasn't time, right? But recently we had a bad storm, I want to say February, and electricity was out, so the ice cream, we lost a bunch of ice cream. And so they put it aside for the employees and stuff to eat. And I said, I took one to bring home. I said, oh, I'll try it. I've never tried it. And I happened to read the list, the ingredients. And I was pleasantly, I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised. But it's Jenny's, Jeni apostrophe S. It's Jenny's Splendid Ice Creams, LLC, out of Columbus, Ohio. But it has unsweetened chocolate, sugar, vanilla extract, non-fat milk, tapioca syrup, honey, pumpkin extract for the color, spirulina extract for the color, apple extract, peppermint oil. I mean, totally natural. I was so thrilled. Oh, Sister Nakisha, I know. I'm always in Atlanta because I used to live in Atlanta 30 years. That's home, second home from the islands. And I go there a lot. Everyone thinks I live in Atlanta, but I'm really in Tennessee. Have been in Tennessee almost 10 years now. But if you get a chance, check it out. It's Jeni apostrophe S. And it is amazing. We really have ice cream out there that is ice cream without natural flavors. All right, so let's go. Oh, I've gone over my time already talking about the fruit cleanse. So let's jump into today's show. I hope that everyone enjoys it, and let's go. Did I answer any questions? I saw Sister Kim had a question. Anyone else had a question? Oh, that is Sister Lucretia. Oh, I like that. Oh, hello, Beauty Beats. Shalom, sis. And Ephraim. Shalom, Ak. Who else? Sister Ebony. Oh, I don't think she's on yet. And okay, let's get started. Today, I need it to be interactive, so all of you who are not in the chat, please join the chat. I need your response, okay? Oh, Sister Kim, you're right. Peaches, frozen peaches are the best in ice cream. Ooh, peaches and pineapple might be good too. I might have to try that. All right, I don't know how papaya will be frozen, but anyway, we'll see. All right, today is I Can Only Imagine. I can only imagine. And why this topic, Sister MJ? Well, you all know me. Oh, shalom, Sister Ebony, and my girls, and Hezi. Shalom. So I like to, since I was probably 7, I've been looking up in the sky, looking for the Lord to come. Hasn't happened yet, but just imagine. Sister Esteline, shalom. Yes, mango. Thank you. I forgot mango. Or did I put it on there? I don't remember. Anyway, so imagine. We know what this world is like, but have we ever stopped to think about what the Jacob holding on to Esau's heel means? There's no separation. So what that means is we don't have time to get things right. This is our practice ground. This is our you know how when you have a show, you do your prep and you have your play, you have your practice, your rehearsal. This is our rehearsal now. So I thought that we can maybe just think about it and give us some more, or give us, if we haven't thought about it, just some ideas of what we can do, or what maybe is in us that we haven't tapped into. Like KK, I mean, she is a great writer. She a playwriter, and That creativity, I don't have it, but thank the Most High she does. We have different Katie Naturals. Sister Kim she did her office job, and now she is doing her passion that the Most High gave to her for His work, for His people, for His kingdom. So we all have to find what it is our work is for the kingdom, and not our job, because we're working for somebody else with that job, right? So we're just going to imagine, and I need you all to join in and give me your thoughts. I have my script that I put together, but it's always good to interact, right? So let's do that. And Sister Nakisha says about the sky, she was leaving work, this red bird calling your name. Really? Wow. Interesting. Every time I hear the birds, I say thank you, Father, because it's a reminder that even though things could be rough, that the birds, He will always feed. If He feeds them, He'll always feed us. So that's a great promise we can stand on. Okay, so let's go. Can you imagine a world if we didn't have the Bible? And if for those of you who don't know, the Bible is the #1 book sold worldwide forever in history. And that is the basic instructions before leaving earth. So, we all have a day when we come in, that's our born day. And then we have our last breath day when we leave. So imagine that. Imagine what that would be like if we didn't have that Bible, if we did not have the scriptures to guide us, to instruct us, to help us understand what in the world is this chaotic place that we're in. And excuse my peeling here of this, but what would that be like? And imagine that we have so much out here that we've been lied to about, and it's time that we take a look at it and see what it will look like. So let's jump in. We have a system here of what we call government, right? We have government that is, oh my gosh, it's dark. It's dark. Okay. We have, remember Big Brother? I remember in high school we had to read 1984, and there was Big Brother and what they were going to do. Of course, we went way beyond 1984, but in government, there's 13 families that are ruling. We've got the government, we've got concentrated wealth. Influence that is uneven. We have decisions being made far above our we the people's heads. Although they say we're in a democracy, it's truly not that. We have different parties in the government that are once against each other, fighting. These are real dynamics, and they don't just trace back to a secret family tree, but there's 13 families, and you all may know some of the names. And the funny thing is, these guys, Esau, Edom, they change their names. They hide themselves by changing their names. So I'm sure you've heard of them, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Morgans, like Morgan Stanley, the DuPonts, and the Bush family, the Kennedys, the Onassis family, the Lee family out of Asia, L-I, the Van Dyne, D-U-Y-N, the Bundy family, the Freeman, the Collins, and the Astor. Astor is near a hotel in New York, the Astor Hotel. But what is true about this, these are powerful forces in the world, but they're not secret bloodlines. What they are is they're governments. The US, China, EU, Russia, India. Imagine if we didn't have any of that. No more of this darkness. Can you imagine what that would be like? These nations are shaping our global policy, our trade, and the military power. We have corporations that all have symbolism attached to them, right? A handful of these companies that influence the global markets are the BlackRocks, the Vanguards, the State Street, or Big Tech, which is like Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Meta. We have big energy like the Saudi Aramco and ExxonMobil. You have BP. We have Big Pharma, which is the Pfizer, Johnson and Johnson, Merck, all of that. And then we have the financial institutions like the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and the BIS, which is the Bank for International Settlements. All of these are what's operating here. And imagine if all of that went away. We wouldn't have that anymore. We are going to a world where none of this is going to matter. All this will be gone. Then we want to move on to the next one, which is, and I'm showing you different silos, okay? I'm showing different silos. Our pharmakia. Now, we all know, or we should know. We all know, but we should know. We should know all of that. The Most High did not create. Yes, we had doctors. He created doctors, and that's all good. But the pharmakia is big pharma, which has snakes on their symbol, which we know that symbolism is not what he's about. He gave us the herb yielding fruits and seeds and plants and roots that we can use for healing. He did not give us all of the synthetic drugs and the chemicals. The first synthetic laboratory was made, the drug was made or introduced in 1869. But before all that, I want you all to look at the definition of pharmakia. Pharmacy, pharmaceutical, it's all the same. It's a Greek word that generally means sorcery, witchcraft, or the use of magical potions. In biblical context, it often refers to the abuse of drugs for idolatry. Who would think of that? Idolatry? Because we get hooked on that drug that we can't stop taking it, and that's by design, mind you, because these days the drugs, since 2020, it's more about managed care. That's all they want to do. They want to manage it for you so that you on it forever, so that they're getting income forever from you. But it often refers to the abuse of drugs for idolatry, recreation, and the oppression of others. Yesterday, I think there was a basketball player, 29 years old, dead. I was listening today about that. Somebody was, I think Rachel, somebody was doing a little video about what went on with him. And they said 29, he was this past week, he was in the barbershop watching basketball, healthy, fine. Everyone is talking about how awesome he is. But 6 weeks ago, he was involved in 100 miles per hour, allegedly car chase with the police with some kind of drugs. He had tons of drug paraphernalia in his vehicle. When I say paraphernalia, it was a specific drug. I don't remember the name. I want to say it begins with a C. It was something cretin or something I've never heard of. But then again, I'm not in that world, so I don't know. But allegedly, and so they don't know the cause of death. But however, that could have been recreation, no, or it could be something. If he had an injury, you can get addicted to the drugs. It's all pharmakia. But these drugs are, since 1804, they've been around, and they will always be around because there's a huge addiction, there's a huge money to make, profit to be made in from them. And we have the Food and Drug Administration, which Fear and Death Administration, where if you don't do it their way, they kill you. You've heard about a lot of, allegedly, of a lot of the medical doctors who've gone missing, who, the natural guys disappeared or found dead, unknown why. But we know that the FDA approved prescription drug products there are over 20,000 FDA approved prescription drugs. And there are over 32,000 generic drug applications out there for just generics. The unique approved active ingredients in the global database is by the Drug Bank. And they have 4,801 approved drugs which have unique chemical or biological entities in it that make up the prescription. Okay, excuse me. The new drugs approved annually there's 55 new drugs approved in 2023, and every year it just goes up and up and up. And as far as how many are out there, we really don't know. We really don't know. We have approved, we have unapproved, we have repackaged, we have relabeled, we have over-the-counter, we have prescriptions, and then we have finished and unfinished products. So there's a plethora of all these drugs that are out there. And there is such a thing as the Food and Drug approved, but we know there's a lot of patents out there that are not approved as yet. According to the Drug Bank, we have 19,871 total drugs approved. We have 8,874 experimental, 205 illicit. I don't buy that. I believe the number is higher. They have 920 withdrawn. I'm not sure I believe that either. But I am a realist, and it's just with everything else we see out here, it's hard to believe that those numbers are truly, truly wink, wink real. Then we also have the biggest indoctrination in health, which is when you think about your body healing and what needs to be done, we understand that symptoms are the enemy. Yeah. Symptoms are the enemy. People are taught to fear the symptoms instead of understanding them as signals. And for those of you who have been around since we had the show, we started with Return to Eden. Our goal was for us to understand our body, what's going on in our body, to recognize what inflammation is, what is this ache and what's this pain, where our organs are and what it's done, what it does, what's its function. We need to know that because we are being taught fear, as I said, and we are being taught that, only a doctor, somebody who has a white coat on, can understand our body and tell us what to do. And that is a lie from the pit of hell. Because the Most High gives us insight. He gives us wisdom. He gives us understanding. He made us wonderfully. And it's out there. We just have to tap in, connect the dots, and learn. He says, seek ye out of the book and read. We just need to read about it. And we have to be careful. Again, I tell you that Western medicine has failed us. Totally. It's all synthetic. Unless you have a a broken arm, or, major surgery, they've done wonderful things. But with the prescription stuff, even the pain management. But again, that's probably my bias, and I don't want to put my bias on you. But yeah. But our body is fragile, and it needs constant external intervention, because we are being, what's the word I want to use? Not poisoned, but we've been indoctrinated by colonization, by media and everything else about foods and what we should eat and what's good for us and what looks good. And we season it, and we take a camera and make a picture and make it look so good that everybody wants to try it. Then we go and we have these upscale restaurants. Then we have the fast food restaurants. Then we have the mom and pops. So if we at a certain level in society, we feel we need to move up and try these different foods, and there's a consequence with everything. So I don't know about you, but I don't want to be anybody's guinea lamb. I don't do the pig, so I'm not going to say guinea pig, but I don't want to be the guinea lamb to test on. And sadly, a lot of us have been in past life, but now that we know better, it's time for us to do better. Wouldn't you agree? So let's see. These experts, they know our body, yes, but they are telling us that chronic illness is normal. They've made it normal. They've made you think that let's go get a prescription, go tell him what's wrong, and get a prescription, take it, and expect to be healed, instead of going to who created us first for healing. Many of us miss that point. And then we may pray for a day or two, and then we stop. I can tell you I've been doing this for years, but because I'm convinced that we are here for His purpose, the Most High's purpose. So we can't give up, but at the same time, we can't let all of this stuff, all the chaos we see, is by design to keep us distracted. So we can't let all this stuff keep us off from the prize. And that prize is living healthy naturally. Because natural in their eyes is unscientific. Synthetic is scientific. And if you don't do science, then you don't know nothing. That's what they want to teach us. So we've got to come away from that thought process. Okay, so the biggest indoctrinations in food and pharmaceutical is processed foods are safe if eaten in moderation. How many of you believe that? A phrase invented by marketing, and let me know if you all have heard this word before. A phrase invented by marketing, not science, is ultra-processed foods. You've heard of ultra-processed foods? And guess what? They alter your metabolism, your hormones, your microbiome, your inflammation pathways. Yeah, I think we've all heard of that. Also, they say that the seed oils are heart healthy. Heart healthy. This is one of the most aggressive marketing claims of the last 50, 60, 70 years. Yet these oils oxidize easily. They create toxic aldehydes in our body. They drive inflammation, which we know is the precursor of all disease. They distort our omega 6, omega 3 ratios. And they think that if it's FDA approved, it's safe. And actually, history contradicts this repeatedly. Because we have, you remember fen-phen, all these different drugs. We've got the trans fats. We've got the tobacco endorsed products. We've got the Vicox. I mean, it just goes on and on. But there's a pill for every problem. You got a problem, they got a pill for it. And the belief keeps people from addressing the real issue, which is nutrient deficiencies. What is my body missing nutritionally that I need to be getting? And these are the issues that we really need to look at. So I can go on this forever, but this is just the tip. We just want to imagine a world without all of these drugs, all these synthetic products out of the way. Science, so-called man science, out of the way. Imagine that. It would be awesome. Now let's take a look at the religions now. Now this is interesting. There are so many world religions. I had no idea it was this many. I mean, we have Hinduism, and look at the symbols with all of these, you guys, so that you know, anytime you see these symbols, you know it's not what you believe. Okay? We have Hinduism. The origin is India. It began in 2000 BCE. Okay? And some traditions may trace it earlier. And then there's Judaism, which was the origin was Canaan, which is ancient Near East. And Canaan, you know the history behind Canaan. He was told not to go. And we were told, not Canaan. Yes, Cain, who killed Abel. He was told to stay away from the Canaanites. He went with them. And there's that Canaanite religion is what Judaism came from. We've got Chinese traditional religion. We've got Buddhism. Buddhism, of course, that's India. Chinese traditional religion is China. We have Jainism, which is again India. We have Confucianism, Confucius, and that was China. We have early Judaism, which is now a formalized religion. That period was the 6th century, maybe. Don't quote me on the dates as exactly correct. Unless we go and look at them, research each one, we can't vouch for it. And then Christianity, origin was Palestine, and it says it began in 33 CE, after the life, death, and resurrection of Christ. Then we have Islam, which we know the Arabian culture there, that peninsula. Then we have Baha'i faith, which is Persian, which is Iran. Then we have Sikhism, Sikhism, which is another India. And Shinto, which is Japan. The list goes on. So we have all these religions, and a lot of the religions, the schools, the institutions came from schools of education came from various religions. If you go and look at all the universities and the colleges out there and the history of their fraternity or sororities, they're all based with that. So we want to make sure that when we look at that, this is all part of the chaos. And we want to see what a world without all this would be like. So imagine all of this and just having one religion with just our God. Something to think about. At least it excites me. And then we also have to think about all of our what we put in our body, the foods, and there's so much that there's just so much that we need to move on to here. Can I get the next slide, please? Okay. Then, okay, let me go back. We have Jehovah Witnesses, the Latter-day Saints, which are the Mormons. We've had the Christian Science, Scientology. We also have the Alam Shirinkyo, which is Japan. And we have the Hare Krishna, which is the ISKCON, ISKCON. Interesting. All of these religions, those are the new religious movements. Then let's go and look at what's next. We have different silos again. We've had government, religion. Now let's go to our food. We've been taught that all these processed foods are good for us, right? And look at the darkness. You see the darkness, and look at behind there, the food industry. They're poisoning us and adding all these chemicals, artificial colors. And look at that sad little face there. Look at that face. Low nutrition, empty calories, energy crash, long-term risk, and desired effects. Then we also have a happy face over here, rich in nutrition, all of our grains, farm to table food, real food that we can eat, nutrient dense whole foods, no artificial additives, fresh and natural. Okay, but remember, natural is unscientific in this world. We support wellness. This is what we want. We want our local farmer. We want our local community, because we want to know that we take that seed when we plant it and it comes to the table, we eat it. We have our animals that, according to Leviticus, we have the clean and unclean foods that we can eat. All of these things, we just imagine the world without all of this. All of this. Making us sick. Making us unhealthy. Making us die early. Die suddenly. You know? And all the painful meds. The pain, not the painful meds. With the meds causing pain and keeping us sick. The whole loop that you keep going to. I mean, it just, I don't know. To me, a world without it would be awesome. A world without it would totally be awesome. Then we have the soybean oil, the canola oil, the corn oil, the vegetable oil blends, which they use in deep fryers. We've got the buffets, the cafeterias, all of those, the rancid oil they use for cooking because it's unstable due to the high heat. All of these are major contributors to inflammatory diseases. We have the sunflower and the safflower oil, which we thought was good at one point. And then they have grapeseed oil, which is popular because of its neutral flavor, but again, it's high in omega-6. Usually we have to have omega-6 and 3 balanced, so it oxidizes really easily when under heat, and it's misleading and labeled as healthy, and it's not. Now, of course, the oils are harmful because they oxidize under heat. We know that the deep frying in PUFA-rich oils produces toxic lipid oxidation products, which are toxic. And then when they promote inflammation, like I said, they are chemically refined, which means most of them are extracted with hexane, which we know hexane from our castor oil, which we always say hexane free. Hexane is a carcinogen, and this is what is in some of these oils. They extract it with hexane. Then it's bleached and deodorized. They are reused repeatedly. Those fast food places, if any of you have worked in a fast food place, you can probably tell us how often they change the oil in one shift. I doubt it's changed. Then we also have fine dining, where they use canola oil for sauteing or searing, and then the grapeseed oil for dressings, and the sunflower for roasting or vinaigrettes. And then you have your vegetable oils for frying or bulk prepping. Again, all of these are toxins causing inflammation in our system. So imagine a world where you didn't have inflammation. Imagine you waking up every day with no pain. Imagine that. And then we have some restaurants now that use extra virgin olive oil and avocado oil, of course, which is great. Coconut oil. They use ghee, tallow, and real butter. But you know, there's a new butter on the market that's coming out that makes everyone think it's butter, and it's not. It's some byproduct that restaurants would use, and we wouldn't even know, because it's one of those Bill Gates products, and we wouldn't even know. So it's best that you stay at home and cook. And if you cook really good, sell your food. It will be worth it to many people. All right, then, I'm running out of time, y'all. What slide am I on? All right, let's move along. I'll wrap it up. Let's jib, and we'll just hit the topics, highlights, okay? And these are the top companies by revenue worldwide. Look at that. Walmart, Amazon, and that State Grid is in China. The Saudi Aramco is in, of course, Saudi Arabia. And China's number 5. You've got all the 10. And remember the guy who died in United Health Group? Wasn't that United Healthcare? Look at that, number 9. I didn't realize it was that high up. So that makes me wonder what really went on there. I'm sure there's a good underlying story to that. All right. Then we also have, so imagine a world without all of that. Because, you know, a lot of these, I call them oligopoly, because they're taking over. Amazon is not just the Amazon. It is the Amazon per se. I mean, great name, because it's huge like the Amazon is, but it's oligopoly. It's eating up all the other little guys. Then we have the top 10 market capital businesses. Nvidia, Alphabet, which is Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon again, and the Taiwan Semiconductor TSMC. We have Broadcom, which is telecommunications, Tesla with $1.66 trillion. Nvidia is $5.27 trillion. We have the Meta platform at $1.57 trillion and Walmart with $1.6 trillion. So these are companies here that are doing, because of how huge they are, they can do what they want. They are setting the laws and stuff. They are making their own guidelines, and we just have to fall into line. I mean, look at the apps. They can change what they say. You can decline or accept before you do it. Your phone per se. Look at your phone. Before you can do an app, you have to sign something that say you agree to it before you can get an update. They're in control, and we just have to fall in line with them. But imagine if we didn't have any of that. Just imagine a world without that. How many of you loved all those passwords you have to change all the time and keep up with? Imagine a world without that. And then let's look at our Fashion and makeup. Okay, we've been through this ad nauseum. You all know the makeup, the shampoos, the chemicals, the dyes, the sprays, the perfumes, the hair colors, the tattoo ink, the chemicals in the fabric, the spandex, the polyester, those two horrible sisters, all plastic. It's just killing us. It's not helping us live a better life at all by design. So imagine a world where you didn't have to go through all of that, that you could just be natural. Imagine what that would be like. What waking up would be like without having to worry, oh my gosh, I've got to wear this. I've got to put on this layer and this layer and this layer before I face the world, before I open my front door. Because that's who we've been taught to become. Imagine all those parabens, all those phthalates, all the formaldehyde, all those oxide, those contaminants, the dioxane, the heavy metals, the lead, aluminum, the arsenic, the mercury in all these products, the forever chemicals, the PFAs. Imagine a world where we didn't have any of that. Imagine if we didn't have all the petroleum issues that we have, the chemicals that is destroying a lot of us, nasal issues, a lot of allergies from all these chemicals in the home and outside. And then, of course, the worst fabrics are the polyester, the nylon, the acrylic, the rayon, the spandex, and the treated wrinkle-free or stain-resistant fabrics. Those are even worse. And the conventional cotton, which we say cotton, oh, it's good, it's cotton, but because of the dyes and the pesticide load, it's not so good. But the organic cotton, of course, is better. We can't fix everything, but imagine if we didn't have to. So what are you going to do? What can you do? Or should I say, what can we do against these things? What are we doing to now on this plane while we know that we have, this is our rehearsal for the next, for what's coming next? Because remember, we got next. What are we doing to bring forth? Where are our fruits? What are we doing? What are we bringing? What have we thought to bring? How many of us are tapping into the resources we have within us? Because everything we need is within us already. It's just that we have to get the confidence, the belief, to just go out there and test the waters and see if we can, sink or swim. And remember, everything that we talked, all these things I've talked about, they started because somebody failed a whole lot and then they got good at what they're doing and they've continued. And that's where their power came in. But remember, power belongs to the Most High in the full scheme of things. We also then have the media, print, and also marketing, the biggest control factor of a lot of things. That's where the big lies come in with marketing. We put it in print and we make it pretty, and we think that, oh, it's fine. They said it, I believe it, and let's do it. But science is a fixed set of facts. That's what they tell us, right? But real science is a method, not a conclusion. But institutions often present it as unquestionable. They say fact. That's why Fauci, it's the science, and that's playing in people's heads. So they think that they can't do anything because they don't know the science. Yeah, you do. Right here. This book here, it says the science. What does it say about the science of so-called the science of man? So-called. The Most High doesn't believe in that science. He gave us his laws, his statutes, his principles. And then lastly, let's see. What are you bringing to the kingdom? Again, this is our rehearsal, our dress rehearsal. Are you going to be, we won't need lawyers, will we? We'll have law, but not the lawyers like we have now who are looking for accidents so that they can get somebody to give them a check. We don't need those kind of lawyers, right? Are we going to be a blacksmith, a goldsmith? We'll need those. We need yes, we'll have musicians. We'll have those kinds of artists. We have plenty of those, but we need to think about what we are going to do because there's no break. There's no break. So let's just imagine our world without all of these things and think about no pain, no fear, no death, happiness, joy, fresh air. Christ is the light, no sunshine, but He is the light, so there will be light. Streets of gold. All of the promises that we were given, we can claim and know that that is something that only you can imagine and I can imagine. A lot of people don't see it. All they see is darkness, but we have something that we can hold. I call it let's try to make sure that we make sure we are holding on to what's divine and what's out, not what's out there. This song is perfect. And like I said, power belongs to the Most High. Everything, everything, we might as well just submit and just give it to Him. Because the power is His at the end of the day. He's allowing us, giving us the choices here. But let's work for Him instead of that job. And let's put all that energy we've given that job to His work. And imagine the outcome. And with that, I am going to say good night. Yes, Sister Kim, it all belongs to Him. That's it. That was my reflection. It's all power belongs to Him. And so let's stay grounded. For those of you on your challenge, keep going, keep going. I can't wait to hear your results. Hopefully the last week, the last Thursday in this month, we'll talk about what you went through. And for those of you, please, if you have any issues on your skin, if you have mangista, make sure you detoxing the blood. Or if you're doing the liver, make sure you're doing the teas that we can use for the liver, the lymphatic, the adrenals, the kidneys. Drink those if you can, and let's go a little bit deeper in our detoxification and the cleansing of our masterpiece. And with that, my darlings, I say good night, blessings to you. And I said interactive. The Sister Kim was active. Oh, DJ Press Play, hey! My aunt, how you doing? Mr. Ebony, KK. A little, we'll get better, right? Oh yeah, Nakisha, yes, sis. That ice cream is the bomb. Y'all are gonna enjoy it. Take a picture. I hope y'all took a picture of the recipe. Maybe we can put it on the screen real quick. Blessings, blessings. Get your glow on. Get your glow on, sisters, brothers. Yes, guys, y'all can get a glow too.
Nature's bounty is the cure. Every breath is harmony.
Shalom, shalom.
Feel the beat
Good night,
and
good
feel
night.
alive.
Gracie, Joy, and Elora. And Hezzy, you should already be asleep.
Grains and fruits in every bite.
Okay, thank you,
Feel
Sister
the energy,
Nakisha.
feel the light.
See you next week, most high
Every
willing.
part,
Woo, we got a glow going over
all
here.
your heart.
Absolutely. Really, you with all your heart. Heart to heart. Mwah. Good night.
Breathe the air that's fresh and pure. Nature's bounty is the cure. Sister MJ shows what's real in every word and every meal. From the mountains to the sea, every breath is harmony. Feel the beat and feel alive. With Sister MJ we thrive. Grains and fruits in every bite. Feel the
Hello.
energy, feel the light. Harmony in every part. Naturally you with all your heart.